I feel that, maybe when I was a kid, I never indulged so much in toys, right? Because of maybe my parents didn't buy me all the toys in the world that I wanted. So now that I finally, I'm making my own money, I can fund my own hobbies, I'm like, why not? Right? And I'm spending money to, in a way, make myself happy lah. Of course, I have a limit. Jeremy collects toys as well. Yeah, being a kidult is like, enjoying the little things in life that maybe when you were a kid, you didn't have, right? In a way. And for me, I don't have kids now. So the toys are mine.
Is it the big eyes, pointed ears, and cheeky face? Or is it the fang-like teeth? Or is it just one of those things that you gotta own to understand? Yes, I'm talking about Labubu, the elf-like character from Pop Mart that's become a global sensation after Blackpink's Lisa was spotted with it. Now, I'm still waiting to get the hype, but today I have two guests on the usual place who will likely try and get me on the Labubu fan train. Now, joining me is Jeremy Lee, who is the business director for Southeast Asia at Pop Mart International. And you're going to tell me everything you can about how Labubu went from niche to craze. And Yumiko, a radio DJ from Kiss 92, who's also a kidult collector of Labubu. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you for coming on this rainy morning. Before we get to the LBB obsession, can I call it LBB? Am I going to get
for short?
Yeah,
Singaporeans love it short, right?
Yeah,
abbreviations,
Labubu.
go for it.
Yes, okay. I was like, am I going to get hate comments over this? Okay, so Jeremy, kick us off. For those people who have been in a cozy bubble, what is a Labubu?
Okay, so let's get things started. So Labubu is a character, this is IP, created by Kasing Lung. And Labubu is like a mischievous character, right? Who lives in the woods. And why here is inspired by Nordic mythology. So he's got this mischievous characteristic to him. And actually, it's really interesting that it was inspired by the Smurfs. So you know how there's a whole village of Smurfs, right? So basically it's the whole village of Labubus. Yeah, so that's how it started.
I needed to ask you this. Is it a boy or is it a girl? Or is it just...
It is a girl.
All
It
right.
is a girl. Labubu
Thanks
is a girl, yes.
for clearing that up. Okay. Okay, and both of you are actually collectors. So Jeremy, this is job. I don't know whether it's job hazard, but you are a collector. And Yumiko, you are also a collector. Recent collector?
No, so actually my very first part-time job was a retail assistant with Toys R Us.
I did not know that.
Yeah, my very first job. And at that time, I just thought it was very cool to work for the biggest toy store in the world, right? And that was how I got into the whole collection of toys. And then we had more and more new toys every year. And then you start seeing my house, growing collection every year.
How did you get into the Labubu craze?
So to be honest, it was because I was chasing an interview.
With who?
Jeremy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so at the time, I also found out that, hey, the monsters from Pop Mart and this whole Labubu thing in Singapore was growing. And I was thinking like, hey, it'd be really cool if we could get one of the people from Pop Mart to come in and do an interview with us, right? So I was chasing the content. And the moment I stepped into the Pop Mart store and I was just looking at this Labubu thing, I was like, whoa, you're quite cute. What are you? So I bought a whole box and then I did an unboxing at home and I was like, yeah, let's start. So as you saw, right, when I came in here with a whole bag, I had a lot of different Labubus. You lah.
So Yumiko, for you, it has nothing to do with Lisa from
It has
Blackpink.
nothing to do with Lisa. I just thought that it was genuinely really, really very cute. See, it's right here.
Yeah.
What about it is cute for you?
I think first up, it's got to be the colors and the expression as well. Look at it, the teeth, the eyes, and then now...
Very cheeky, right?
Yeah, very cheeky. And now I see that people can accessorize it.
I must say, after looking at, the different IPs and the different popularity of IPs across Southeast Asia, there is something quite universal about the Labubu's, character, expression, so on and so forth. Something about it that has captured the hearts of many across Southeast Asia. So, different IPs have different popularity, but Labubu is something that somehow everybody is liking it. So it's got something unique.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you've been in the toy world. Like, can you explain this phenomenon? Because could you say it's a Lisa thing, or it was eventually going to become this big with or without her?
I don't know. I think it was so. So facts, yeah. So facts. Fact was
Yes,
this,
drop it.
Yeah.
Hit me with it. Yes. The fact is.
The fact is, this. So okay, first let's talk about Labubu. So Labubu was as an IP was available way before, right? Lisa Blackpink kind of showcased Labubu, but this product, as in this bag charm, if you call it, or this plushie, was only available sometime, I believe, last year. So it was gaining popularity, and already it was showing signs that it was doing very, very well, kind of getting sold in stores. But of course, it was only until I think March or April this year when Lisa did this, that I carry a box of Labubus on macarons on the shoulder, and then it went really, really wild. It went really crazy, yeah. But clearly there was a demand for bag charms, there was a demand for plushies, and it was this combination of thing that happened for Labubu, yeah.
So is it now the biggest toy for Pop Mart?
This is definitely the fastest growing category right now. I would say the core of our product is still blind boxes. Like as you will see on the table, that's where we started. Figurines, right? Blind boxes and figurines, that's where we started. It is still the bulk of our business. But plushies and bag charms, this has grown so much that we're kind of almost calling it an independent category by itself this year and probably into next year because it's grown exponentially. Yeah.
So tell me about the range that Pop Mart has. So you have blind boxes, which is kind of like comes in like a little box like
Yeah,
this.
your figurines, exactly.
then-
Yes. Yep.
Okay, and the concept of it works is that I will know what the toy is inside. I just got to buy the box. And then it could be one of the toys like here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And then there's a surprise element where there's a secret edition inside. You may or may not get it, but if you get it, it's like, wow. It's a big surprise.
So that's the appeal of a blind box, right? Like
Yes.
you never know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. In fact, I think there's a whole unboxing thing that people really like. I mean, if you watch on social media, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing about, the ASMR and you're
Yes.
fingernails.
It's like I got no nails.
On the
You gotta maybe you should unbox
should
your
do that.
own
You
like
do-
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Like this is really cool because this is one of the latest, right, for Crybaby.
Yes. Crying again.
Yeah. So I actually brought this here so Natasha could unbox her very first blind box.
Oh, it's the very first.
I've never unboxed. I should pop that cherry. What? Should I open it?
You should.
I should. Okay.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to do it?
No.
I feel a bit like.
I
scared
bought the
'cause
whole
it's yours.
case.
Oh,
Like,
I see.
I
'Cause
bought the whole case.
In
Yeah.
the 16 in the case, is it? Or 12?
This one is 12, I think. Wait, is
Okay.
it?
I
Yes,
think
yes,
it's
12.
Yeah,
That's only the
12.
toys, yes.
And then there's 3
Secret, super secret, and secret.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys know how to tease.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm gonna unbox it. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like
We're
if I
watching
tear
you.
it, are you okay?
Yeah,
What
of
if
course.
What if I anyhow tear the box?
It's fine. The thing you want is, the
So
content.
it's just me being weird. Because when I tear, I must tear nicely one.
Oh.
Okay.
No way.
Must
Now
rip
people
it
just
off.
Just
rip
rip
it
it.
off.
tear along the
Okay,
perforated
really
lines.
did rip. Okay.
Oh my
she
god,
gets all
what's
the
gonna
secret,
get? Yeah, I
Oh
don't know.
no, this is the end
She
of
can't
the
Could be,
box.
you
Yeah.
know.
I'll
Okay.
It's
rob
called
you,
beginner's
ah.
luck, right? Oh no.
Oh no.
I'll
Wow,
rob you
wonder.
to get the secret.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we got a lot of things inside one.
Nah, you don't
No,
open
no,
that.
don't look at-
No,
don't look at that
there's
yet.
there's a thing. What is
Yeah.
this? Oh, this is a stand. Is
Oh,
it?
this is a
Okay,
stand.
okay,
Ah,
okay, that's
okay.
fine.
Okay,
Leave the
okay,
box. Leave the
Yes,
box.
yes.
Okay. Are you excited? Are you excited? What do you think it is?
A secret.
Okay.
I hope it's a secret.
I hope it's a secret,
Manifest
yeah.
I
it.
hope it's a
Okay,
secret
okay.
for you.
This is. I'm excited.
Oh,
It's green. Is it the one you want?
I've no
Okay,
idea.
so
Go look at the
green
back.
We have to see the.
Oh, it's
that's
cute.
It's cute. Do you know what it is?
I think you got a frog one.
I love the
Yes,
color.
what a frog.
It's a very nice
you
green.
know your
Let's see.
crybabies. This is cute. This is super
Yeah,
cute.
what a frog.
It's called Water Frog.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah, because we
I like the
told you
colour.
not to see the box, right? Because it has that
Oh,
card.
I see.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I picked it. I
right.
picked it, and then
Yeah.
I didn't know what it meant.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the joy. I will never have this moment again. I
Well,
have opened my
every time you
first
buy a
blind
blind box, it's gonna be that moment again. Yeah,
I see what you're
every
doing
single
with
time.
this.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is what sparks joy.
What do you think about people who say it kind of like promotes gambling?
What do you guys think? I mean, what do you guys think?
I don't know. I see the concept where you kind of like have to buy many of it if you don't get the one you want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it comes down to a cost thing. If you can afford it, if you're not putting yourself in debt to get it and you enjoy it, like you enjoy building a collection, I think it's okay. But I think the problem comes in when you spend a lot on it.
Yes, when it becomes sort of an obsession.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you don't set like a limit and you just go all out trying to get that secret or a special
Yeah.
or, because maybe in one collection there's 6 pieces, but you only buy one
Yeah.
and you keep getting the same color.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of need to know where is your line, your limit, and your control.
Yeah. I think in Pop Mart, we always say that our mission is to spread joy and inspire, So I think the whole idea of creating an art toy is to really inspire beauty, I mean, when you look at a figurine, it is beauty. It is beauty, it is art, it is our culture all rolled into one, And the way I see is when people gamble, I suppose your motive is a bit more of like, I put $10 in, I hope to get $100 out, right? Or, I hope to get more money out of it. But I think when you buy a blind box or we buy a figurine, I don't think I go in with that intention, right? I go in with the intention of wanting something really beautiful, really nicely crafted, nicely made, and I put it on my desk, whatever, and it brings joy to me in my daily life, right? So I don't associate with gambling, and I certainly don't think people do. But of course, there's this whole thing about if you get a secret, then it's like a resale value and all that, yeah. But I think more than anything, if it's a secret, I mean, if I get a secret, I want to keep it. I don't want to sell it. I want to keep it. I'm like,
Because how
bragging
lucky are you,
rights.
is it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How often do you find a secret toy in a blind box?
It's 1 in 14.
Is
Yeah.
it 1 in
So
14? 1 in 72 and 1 in 144.
Yeah,
right?
144. Sorry, 1 in
Yeah,
144.
Okay,
Yeah,
girl,
so it's very rare.
You know your secret.
Well, you did your research. I did mine before I brought Jeremy in as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but I gotta say, right, recently I saw somebody unbox a secret right in front of me. Yeah.
No.
Yes. And then this person still asked me, why is it brown? So this is specifically Labubu, right?
Okay,
And in the macaron series, you've got 6 basic colors, your pastel colors, and then your secret is the chestnut cocoa, right?
That's
I
right.
think it's chestnut cocoa.
Yeah.
So this fella just opened and out came the chestnut cocoa, and we were like, whoa! And the fella goes, why is it brown?
And you're like, give it to me now.
Yeah, so we just told the fella, like, please keep it. Like, don't let it get stolen. Don't lose it.
People steal Labubus?
Yeah.
What is
Everywhere.
happening?
It's I've no idea.
So I think it's like it's a trend, right? Where everybody is kind of on a FOMO phase. Because if you can't get it, it's really quite impossible to get it from a store now because the moment they put it out on the shelves, it's just gone in seconds.
Yeah.
So it's really based on your luck, right? Or if you want to go to your reseller's platform and pay a hefty price for it, it's up to you. But there are people who still want it, but I don't know, in a way, they feel like it's also very overpriced on the resale market. And then things like that happen.
Thanks for bringing up the resale market because some people do this because they want to make a quick buck out of it, right? So what do you guys think as collectors and from the Pop Mart stands? Like, what's your take on the resellers market?
I think
There were faces. Yes. Yes, Jeremy.
so I will speak as a toy collector myself, right? I've gone through the whole Funko Pop phase. I've gone through the whole Lego phase. The reseller market has always been there. It's always been there. I mean, even look at your concert tickets. Look at Taylor Swift tickets. Look at Coldplay tickets. As long as there is a demand for a product, there's always going to be resellers. And I think resellers are getting, in my experience, kind of interacting with them and seeing how they're observing them. They're quite smart, and I think often operate in syndicates. Like they know our system, they study our system, they study our mechanics, and they try to outsmart you, right? Whether it's online or it's offline and all of that. So I want to say that they will always exist. So I suppose if you buy from reseller, buy at your own risk because there are also a lot of fake products out there.
Yes. I just saw a couple of headlines about fake
Yeah.
Labubus.
Yeah, I had a neighbor who bought a whole box, thinking he got a good price. So he invited me for dinner, right? And he said, hey, Jeremy, come on. Oh, I got a good price for this. I said, okay, let's have dinner. And then I looked at it, I'm like,
Oh, no. But okay, how can you tell? How did you know that he bought a whole set of...
because the make and feel was a bit different. Like the expression was a bit off. Like the eyes didn't look right. The fur didn't feel right. Things like this. So I suppose if you're buying for the first time, you may not know. But I think if you have seen enough, you go like, I don't think that's a real thing. So he was really, really upset.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, I gotta check it out right now. And like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, that's really, I feel bad for him.
I feel
Yeah.
bad for a friend now.
Oh, yeah.
Because he bought a lot, is it?
He bought like one case.
The full case of the 6 ah.
The full case of the six.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ayo, never mind lah.
You'll
from
feel
far
it. You'll
cannot
feel it.
see.
Very okay. Lesson learned. Yeah. So, Yumiko, what do you think about people who are in it to make money out of it?
I think I agree with what Jeremy says, and there's also a very small group of people here who actually are in the toy collectors market making money, or rather that is what they do for a living, right? Because they buy, they trade, they whatever, and they sell, and that's how they make the living out of it. So that, I think, for a small percentage, still okay. The people who are actively going out there and pricing it 2-3 times for monetary gains, for selfish reasons, it's a very different thing. But I also have seen on resellers platform, right, where people are genuinely out there to just trade because they didn't get the color they want. So they're like, okay, 1-to-1 exchange, or like you top up like $1. I think still okay. If you go like 3, 4, 5 times the price, right, that's like, yeah, even I also cannot afford it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a very fine line between collecting, trading, trying to get a once you want, and of course people who, it's a job for them, sure, but resellers are resellers lah.
Yeah. I mean, they want to make money out of it. But I do want to say that we are aware, and we are trying very hard to make it fair. So if you notice, in our recent launches, we have like we normally limit, right? So per person we come in, you can only buy, one
box,
for example. Yes, that's one thing. And then we do a raffles, for example, so it's fair for everybody. It's not a first come first serve because the resellers are going to be there like the night before at midnight to queue, for example. So we also try to change our system to make sure that as much as possible we try to get everyone to allow everybody to have a chance to buy. I think that's the best we can do. Yeah.
Does it shock you when you go to the store and then there's like a long line? How do you guys deal with the line? Do you queue?
I queue.
How
But
long
the
do you queue?
difference? Okay, so there's a difference. I have certain limitations. So for example, if I know that maybe tomorrow K-pop Mart is launching, for example, Twinkle Twinkle,
Sure.
right? It came out. So I thought, hey, this actually looks cute. I want to go have a look. They had this plush pendant, right, that came out. And then by the time I was there was a long line. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to queue. So I do it on a luck basis. So if I enter the store and I see it there on the shelf and I want to get it, I will buy it. I will not queue for 12 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours. I will not lah.
So that's your limit.
Huh?
That's your limit.
That's my limit lah. That's my
Okay.
limit. Yeah. And I don't go onto the resellers market as well. So everything that I have bought it through the Pop Mart stores, either locally or overseas from the stores.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Jeremy,
That's my limit.
How does it work for you? Like when you're collecting, like what's your limit of like queuing, or will you queue?
As a collector?
Yeah, as a collector.
No, I've got no time to queue.
Hire someone to queue for you.
I've got no time to queue. Yeah. So but generally within collectors, there are different channels, right? Like what I mentioned, there's
yes.
Facebook groups. Certain countries have Facebook groups. In Singapore, there's a Telegram chat where people are obviously trading, selling as well. And I think a lot of them are quite genuine. Like, hey, I just got this. I got two of the same color. Can I change that with you? So there are a lot of genuine kind of collectors out there. Because I think if it's resellers, they have like slightly different channel, for example,
yes.
of selling it. Yeah. So.
Actually, I'm kind of interested what the artist Kasing
Lung.
thinks about this whole phenomena.
Interesting question. I had so recently we had this pop toy show in Shanghai. I managed to meet him. Right?
yes, I saw.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And we had dinner as an after party, and then we were meeting some of them. I didn't get to ask him that question, but I think clearly he probably knows about it. But I think as an artist, if you're just creating it, probably the bigger pressing question for him or for us would be all the fake ones out there, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the fake ones out there, because one, if you're a blur consumer, you are being conned into it, right? Paying good money for it. And secondly is, I think there's a lot of people who are just kind of riding on the Labubu wave, and I think kind of using it without permission and without authorization, on many, many different things. I think you have seen it on social media. So I think that's a bigger concern for us. Yeah.
Are you talking a little bit about the customizations as well? Like, is that allowed? Like I've seen like people doing braces, or like I've seen Labubu cakes which are so cute. Like, okay, that one I agree is quite cute lah. But or what other customize? Or they make clothes for it. I mean, is it allowed? Like from a copyright standpoint, or it's fine?
I think if it's customization, if it's anything kind of you make it pretty, you put dresses on, you put glasses on, bags and all that, I think the accessorizing is fine. I think it makes it more fun, isn't it? Because you're showing passion, you're showing interest in the product. I think it's okay. I think it is when you reproduce it without our authorization. I think that's an issue, obviously. Secondly, is also using it for commercial purposes. Or using our logo, for example, or using the word Labubu in your, social media or corporate communication, I think then that's an issue. And I think at the end of the day, if you think about it, these artists spend a lot of time designing, the products, the IPs, and this is their IP rights. And it's the company's IP right. So I think when you do that without any, written approval from us, authorization, I think it's a lot of disrespect, to the people who are putting so much hard work. I mean, Kasing Lung has a whole team of people behind him, right? To do all these design, to do manufacturing, so on and so forth. So I think it's at the end of the day, it's really about showing respect. I think to designers, and I think people who are in the design community, you know how it is, right? Yeah. You spend so much time and effort on this. At the end of the day, you should be getting recognition for what you put out there, and people who have done it without approval, I think that's not right. Yeah, I think that's not right.
So is Pop Mart coming down hard on people who, cross the line, or what's it doing?
We're working on it. Yeah, we're
working on it. All right,
our legal team's on it. Yeah. Our legal team's on it.
Very good. Actually, this is good news, no?
Yeah.
Why so?
Because then you won't have a situation where your friend bought a box and then realized that they're all fakes, and then you have people who are, I don't know, posting photos of it and saying that, authentic, and then when you receive it, it's not. I mean, there's so many scam cases already. I think
you don't need to be scammed over a Labubu.
They're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Actually, I thought you were gonna say about Kasing Lung is that his greatest concern now is how to create more. Not really the fakes, because then Pop Mart would deal with it, but he was be like thinking, oh my goodness, how many more designs? Yes. But now I have learned he has a team.
Right. He has a team.
Okay.
Yeah. And in terms of forecast and production, of course we're catching up. Yeah, we're definitely catching up. I mean, I made this comment before. When Lisa Blackpink showcase, right, Labubu, I think in March or April, she didn't inform my supply chain that, hey, I'm going to do this tomorrow, yeah? I'm going to do this tomorrow, yeah? Get ready your stock supply, yeah? Make sure you double, triple, your forecast, yeah? No, that obviously didn't happen, right? So we were kind of, caught off foot as well. Wait a minute, why is the demand suddenly so high? So obviously then supply chain is catching up. And if you know supply chain, it takes time, the factory needs to buy the raw materials, they need to put, extra machines to work on this, and the forecast needs to be, so it's a whole process, a whole lead time. So it's not like that, and the stocks will be in tomorrow. Sorry, it doesn't work that way.
You gotta wait. Yeah.
You gotta wait, yeah. So it's the whole supply chain process, yeah.
Okay. I want to go back a little bit to customization, because I agree with you. It makes it, you can do whatever you want with it, right? And then it makes it yours when you kind of customize it your way. Is there a line that shouldn't be crossed with the customization?
I think if it's just to make it look pretty, like adding a fanny pack accessory.
Oh, it didn't. That's your add-on, is it?
Yeah, that's actually, it wasn't my add-on. I actually went for lunch, and then my friend who collects dolls has a lot of these little mini bags, and he just clipped it on, and I went home with it, and I was like, what's this?
It is yours now.
Yeah, it's mine now. But I've also got a lot of friends who did the eyelash extensions for the Labubu. They enhance Labubu's makeup, and they have the sling mini camera that goes click, click. Yeah, super cute. I think those are still okay, but when it crosses a certain line, that's where I'm also like, need meh? No need lah. Need meh?
Okay. Interesting. Jeremy, what do you think from like a brand perspective?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's always interesting to see how communities respond to it, right? Because if every something popular like Labubu, there's going to be a community around it, and it's always interesting to see how the communities evolve, right? Whether it's the design of it or the accessories. I mean, like what I said earlier, this whole Labubu craze, it has spawned an entire industry. Honestly, right? It's inspired entire industry of bags and clothes and dresses.
There's a
and
song. Someone played a song, and I earlier before we started, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Why is there a song?" And there is a song.
There's a song,
There's
Labubu
a song,
song.
yeah, Labubu song.
Is it
Sing
Labubu
No,
song?
don't sing it.
No, you sing it.
No, it's like stuck in my ear. I was like, "What is this song?" But I was like, that shocked me. Yes, so you're right. There is an entire industry around
There's
it.
an entire industry. Yeah, yeah. I mean, but I think from my point of view, it's harmless. I think if you are it's just having fun with your toy. It's like I'm trying to make a reference, right? Let's say if you have a Barbie doll, right? I mean, you're trying to put accessories, Barbie dolls, and all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I think it's okay.
A
Yeah.
lot of people do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is fun, I
But
guess.
it-
And
yeah,
what else
it
can I
is.
do with the toy, right? Yeah, as
It
in
is.
you're constantly thinking about what else you can do with the
Yeah,
toy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting, Yumiko. What do you say to people who say, "Hey, you're an adult already. Why need to play with toys?"
Why?
Yeah, because you call
I
yourself
buy
a
lah.
kid out, right?
Yeah, well, I learned this term from Jeremy actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So this whole term came about because I feel that, maybe when I was a kid, I never indulged so much in toys, right? Because of maybe my parents didn't buy me all the toys in the world that I wanted. So now that I finally, I'm making my own money, I can fund my own hobbies, I'm like, why not? Right? And I'm spending money to, in a way, make myself happy. Of course, I have a limit. Jeremy collects toys as well. Being a kiddo is like, enjoying the little things in life that maybe when you were a kid, you didn't have, right? In a way. And for me, I don't have kids now. So the toys are mine.
Are your houses like filled with like toys of different sizes? Because I've seen how people collectors where they have the whole like cabinets. Is
You
that
have
what-
that in your house?
I have a whole room
Oh,
of
jeez.
toys.
We should have done this interview in your house, surrounded by toys.
I have half a room of Funko Pops. I
Okay.
have half room of Lego sets. And then my window sill right now is full of Pop Mart figurines.
So it's just a room.
it's a room. It's a room full of toys.
So you go in there and you like,
Yeah, just
talk
go in
to
there and
them?
admire.
I don't
just
know.
go in, just go in there
Okay.
and just enjoy the view, enjoy what I collect.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think to that point, I think kidults. So kidult is obviously the term kids and adults, right? I want to tell you, it's a very sizable consumer category because these are people like myself, like you, right, who have spending power, who are aware of, who are into pop culture, who enjoy like good design, obviously has disposable income, and this is a very big category. And so far, whether I worked in the Lego Group or whether I worked I'm working right now in Pop Mart, this is a sizable chunk of my revenue. People who are really going out to buy toys, but of course the way they play with toys is a bit different from kids, right? Kids can't play with them, interact with them. I think for us it's a bit different, which is why a lot of us go into photography.
Oh,
For
yes.
example, right?
Yeah.
So you buy your, say you buy your Hirono or you buy Skull Panda, and you look at the design and you try to kind of set the scene, in
Right.
which the figurines design, and you try to put the props around it. You get the lighting right.
Yes,
it's
and
a whole
snap that photo.
And then snap the photo. You snap
Yeah.
a dreamy picture, the perfect picture, and then you post it Instagram, and then you post it. It's like wow.
Yeah.
So it's a very different ball game for kiddo. It's a very different intention. Yeah.
yeah. You speaking of that, you remind me of the Sylvanian family toys. Do you know this? They actually have
yes.
like a TikTok account. It's so funny. So it's definitely not for kids. Like the content is not for kids, but it's so cute where they like move the animals and then they have a whole story around
Yeah, the
it.
stop motion kind of
Yeah.
reels, right?
Yeah, so I kind
yeah.
of like understand what you're going with the photography and stuff. Yeah, so you just enjoy it in a different way as an adult, right?
Yes, but then at some point you run out of space.
Yeah, you run out of space. Well, Pop My figurine is quite small, so you can.
Yeah, but you see, so that's not the only thing that I collect, right? So I was just telling Jeremy before, I have a full collection of Lego boxes in my storeroom. So I haven't found space. I haven't had time to like sit down and then like make myself happy and build it up. So these boxes, they sit from my floor and they're stacked all the way to the ceiling. And my mom just sold the house and she's like, girl, you need to come pack up your Lego. I'm like, what Lego? I didn't buy Lego. She's like, and then she took the whole picture. I'm like,
Oh, you forgot.
"Whoa." Yeah, because I moved out, right? I got married and I moved out and I forgot about it. And now I have like new toys, right? And she reminds me, then your Lego how? Then I, oh yes, about that. So I have to go back and like
get a bigger house for the toys.
yeah, so a new
Yeah.
house is coming and we are still in the process of redesigning one of the room, which I suspect is going to be like an entertainment game.
/ hobby room.
Slash hobby room. So we're
He
already
gets it.
Yeah,
He's
we're
like,
already thinking of how to install racks or display cases for our figures, our statues and our toys as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Can
Kid
I
out.
ask you how much have you spent on
on what?
on your toy collection? Can you count?
Cannot count, but I can tell you how much I have already spent on my Pop Mart collection because I not only have the monsters, right? I also bought Twinkle Twinkle. I have Crybaby. Have quite a lot of things. So I think in the last month I have spent. I don't tell you. I tell you.
Okay, tell me. 100?
2,000. In the last month, $2,000.
Wow.
But not because you're there, lah, because the things are really very cute. Lah.
Oh, thank you for
They're really, really very
thank you
cute.
for contributing to my business. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. I fully
Day
appreciate it.
one supporter.
Day one, yeah, really. When you walk in, right, it's very difficult to walk out without buying something. Because when you walk out empty-handed, right, you have the feeling like, should I have bought that? Should I have gotten it? Yeah, then you walk back into the store.
You're a bit like me.
Yeah, then but when you walk in, right, it's gone. Somebody has taken it to the
Yeah.
cashier to make payment already. Yeah, so I always say if you feel like you don't want to be the last one or you miss out on something and you can't get it, if you see it, just buy it.
So this genuinely brings you joy.
It does, because it's cute. So for me, right, if you notice, I actually didn't come in with a full case of my own collection of Labubu because when I bought this box, right, it was really just sitting on the shelf and nobody saw it. This was at, I think, the Ion outlet, right? So I walked in and I saw it and I was like, oh, it's here. What is this? So I took it and I brought it to the cashier. I paid for it, went back home. The moment I filmed the unboxing and I posted it up on my socials, right, everybody that I worked with here started texting me and you're like, do you have a spare? Do you need all 6? Do you have like this color? I'm like, hey, whoa, what? Where's this going? They're like, we'll buy it from you, double the price. I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, guys, you guys are people that I work with. You're like my family, right? My second family. I bought it at retail price. You can have it at retail price. They're like, no, really? We can top up extra. I'm like, no, it's fine. I just want like these 2 colors. That's fine. You can have the rest.
Oh, so you give away the rest?
Yeah, so this, if I remember correctly, I think one is like $24.90, right? That's the retail price. And I just like told my colleague, like, okay, yeah, sure, you can have this at $24.90 lah, because I paid for it already, ma. Yeah, so I guess I only need 2.
You're
I
so
don't need
kind.
all
You didn't like
6.
jack up the price.
Exactly.
It's
You-
not right.
You have a heart of gold.
Thank you. It's not right. Because if my boss finds out, maybe I have no more job, no?
Oh.
Yeah. Can you
Yes,
imagine doing this kind of
Yeah,
Pop Mart
day job,
thing?
day job. Focus
Yeah,
on the day job. Don't be a
yeah.
reseller, okay?
So cannot. Yeah, so I told my colleagues, okay, you can have whichever colours you all want. But find it out.
very nice
Here's
of you.
4. Go.
Jeremy, we're at the year end. It's almost Christmas.
It's almost Christmas. So fast.
I
The year
know.
flew by.
What gift is Pop Mart giving the Labubu fans at the end of the year, if anything? Do you want to tell us?
Oh, wow.
I'm waiting. I'm
I
waiting.
wasn't prepared for the question.
Oh, okay. You got 2 seconds.
I think all I can say is we are aware that there is a huge demand out there, and we are doing our very best to make sure we get supplies out there.
This is such a coy answer. Like, give me more. Or cannot give me more.
Yeah, confidential at this point in time. Yeah.
All
but
right.
But it says a lot already. Actually, it says a lot. Yeah, it says that, right, as
Read
long
between
as
the lines, read between the lines.
if
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
fan, just be patient. If it's yours, it's yours.
I was going to ask you for some advice for collectors, and there you gave it.
Yeah, if it's yours, it's true. I think Jeremy will agree as well. There are some toys that you can't get your hands on, and
Yeah.
if it's yours, it's really yours.
Yeah, and maybe I'll add this. Maybe I'll add this. Maybe as a Christmas message as well. I think it's one of the privileges that I have because every Tuesday, right? Every Tuesday there is like this management meeting, and believe it or not, my founder, my CEO, Grant, he still chairs the meeting every Tuesday morning without fail. And I think it's a very rare opportunity because I mean, how many times do you get to meet the founder of a company, right? Like on a weekly basis. So, having a privilege. And he always says that, I'm going to say in Chinese, yeah, man. I'll try to translate it into English. He always says that 我们要做一个有温度的品牌. So what does it mean? So it means you want to be a brand that connotes warmth and connection. Yeah. And he always tells us that, hey, look, we know that the craze is out there, the popularity is out there, but I don't want our consumers to be waiting in line and be disappointed and buy unknowingly buy fake stuff and all that. So his point of view is, guys, fix it. Fix the problem. So I will leave it at that.
All right.
I will leave it at that, and we are fixing the problem. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Okay, we'll read between the lines.
You'll read between the lines, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted to end off by asking you, will Pop Mart ever see another toy on this level of Labubu, the Labubu craze? What should people look out for in terms of like a hot toy if they want to...
I think it's a really interesting question because I think trends come and trends go. I think that's a fact of life, right? Trends come and trends go. I think the right question for me to ask is how then do you determine the next trend? How do you make sure you are there in the next trend? And I think that's what Pop Mart is always doing and always evolving. And if you look at the novelty that we have, that we come up with, whether it's IPs, whether it's new product categories, whether it's new stuff coming, new ventures coming from IP, I think that's what we strive to do. So I think the assurance is you'll always be seeing new, creative, and exciting stuff coming up from us. Yeah, so I think that's what our assurance is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yumiko, is there a toy that you think will be hot?
The truth is, I think we've all been in the media scene long enough also, and you know that the moment some international celebrity holds onto something, that's just going to blow all over, right? I mean, Labubu is one very, very good example. So I guess, I can only tell Jeremy, you wait lah. Maybe when I become some international star and I'm holding some new IP, maybe it will take off. Maybe. Yeah.
Yes. We all fingers crossed, Yumiko. You will kick off the next one. Yes.
That's right. Yes. Go, Yumiko.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, I don't know if I'm a fan yet. Maybe you'll see me in line next at the Pop Mart next launch. Like, Jeremy, it's me. Yes. Okay, but I'm not quite there yet. But thank you so much for sharing your thoughts about Labubu and sharing your own experiences, like buying and getting the toy you want and letting me open your blind box.
You can have it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right? I mean, she opened it. She should keep it.
You see, heart of gold, I told you, right?
Yeah.
This girl. Huh?
All right.
It's cute.
It
matches
is
your
cute.
outfit.
It does. I mean, like,
Yeah.
she'll put it in my pocket. Like,
You can make a keychain out of it now.
Oh, you can put it in they have these little cases these days.
Oh,
hang on the
yeah,
back.
yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
all the things you can do with
All
these,
the things you
art
can
toys.
do.
A lot of things.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Okay, thank you guys for coming on the show, and come back when the next toy gets hot.
Thanks for
Okay.
inviting. Happy to
Thank
be
you for
invited.
having
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
No worries. So if you have reached the end of the episode, tell me what you think about Labubu and will this fandom grow? So tell me in the comment section below. While you're here, like, subscribe, or hit the notification bell to get fresh content from the usual place. And if you want to listen to the podcast version of this episode, you can catch the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or the ST app. And you can also find me on Instagram at theusualplace_net. I'll see you next time at The Usual Place.